very, very loud. It is very fucking loud. Oh my god. That might even be still too loud. How old is that? Hold on. 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 I need this Oh, I need to make sure it isn't too loud, you know. I need to make sure that's not that. See, am I live? I'm live. Okay, wait, am I full volume or what? Wait. Big comes flood the hot Star, what the fuck? Oh, there's hands in the window. I can't hear the music that well. I'm gonna assume it's not that loud. So I don't know anything about this game whatsoever. What's up, gamer lover? What are you saying? I've got coffee here, so if you hear me drinking or doing a big slurp, that's what it is. I also have Doritos. So we're gonna. I don't know how long I'll do this. I'll just see how it goes, I suppose. But let's do it. Two miracles is to see your own sins. Anthony the Great. Like Anthony the Pussy. Am I right, boys? Yeah. Oh my god, Dorito twins. What kind of Doritos you got? I got the red ones. Flamin' Hot. Chili Heatwave. That's what they're called, not Flamin' Hot. Oh, what's up, gamer lover? I haven't seen you in a while. How you been? How you been taking care of yourself? You okay? What's the family saying? Don't answer if you don't want to. Oh, do I need to press something? Oh. It's been a while since we left the... Huh. I think this is going to be a completely different style of game that I'm used to. It's been a while since we left New Lake Road. How close are we? True miracle is tentacle porn. Tentacle sliding all over my girthy body, slimy, hot, pulsing. Cheese Doritos. Thank you. Cheese Doritos. That's all I was asking for. Cheese Doritos, not your fantasies. I've never been able I've never been to this place before, so I'm not sure how long it should take us to reach our destination. Last time, I was carried away to an old, inoperative factory on the outskirts of town. Before that, I was wandering around the plantation to the villa, where once there was even an asylum in the heathlands. Oh god, the coffee's fucking me up. I think the factory was my favourite. Maybe I should visit it again. We travelled all along the narrow grey path that was buried around the leaves. Raven said the F slur. When haven't I? Let's be real, alright? But cancel me. Do it. No go fuck. It was not the wind, but some other forces that brought them here. Well, the crows? Oh, the ravens! Yo! The scene was as fake as a smile on Grace's face. Yeah, Grace, you fucking munter. Hope you die. Wait, maybe I should record this. Full video, yeah, fuck it. The leaves were arranged in such a way so that they would not cross the edges of the narrow path, obediently sparkling in the beams of our flashlights. Raven porn. Star, behave. Alright, gamer lovers here. He's not saying a fucking thing. Alright, he's chilling. You just need to chill out a little bit. It reminded me of a twisted version of an old German fairy tale, Hansel and Gretel. And in this version, the naive children rushed right into the jaws of an unspeakable creature. I thought it was a grandma or something. Lloyd put his foot on one of the leaves which was found over the edge of the path, and the silence was broken by his hoarse voice. And his hoarse cock. What the fuck? Did I buy an anime game? Did I buy an anime game? Big boobs bubbles. Alright, very good. Anyway, man, it's been an hour since we entered this freaking forest. Can I stream this? I don't know if I can stream. Hang on, guys, we're almost there. I've heard that before, Grace, and this is what, third time? I don't think there's any need to go any farther, guys. Farther? I thought it was further. Farther. The forest itself is giving me the creeps. Maybe we should just stay here for the night. I agree with that. Okay, what do you say if we had sex in front of this pretty... I don't know not fucking stream this. I don't know this game. If this goes like incredibly wrong, I will just need to delete the stream. If this hooked snag on it were a real nose, I bet he would stick it under your sexy top right into your eyelid of... What the fuck, Martin? What makes you think that I will let you do anything with my body, you piece of shit? Go on, Kate, man. What a fucking G. Can someone please remind me if I'm still going out with such a pervert? Oh, they're dating. My bad. If you had enough of his shit, you should hang out with me, babe. Oh, Christ. It's a fucking cringe fest. No. What about you, Grace? Nah. If you think that you are some kind of Superman who's not afraid to accompany me in the spooky abandoned house, do not fool yourself. Your so-called chivalrous act is just a trick to get me to bed. You need to try harder to get my juicy butt. What in the fuck is this game? Lord, so I have a chance. What the fuck is going on? How is this on the PlayStation Store? How? I was looking at Sally Face and fucking Fran Bow, right? And then I looked at games that were like, because when you look at the game, you can scroll down and it says like what games like it or something like that. And this came up, and it was, I think it was £4. It was 50% off. I thought, fuck it, may as well. It looked okay. Sweet, what made you so friendly today? It was my birthday after all, and we were going to have a party. What do you have for brains? Shit. Why are they so rude to each other? It was a very special day. Who the fuck is Ashley? But today, Grace was a stage, but her acting is still good enough for an Oscar. Pardon me. It is bad, but everyone seemed to fall for her optimism. Oh, I almost forgot that you're with us. Come on, I have plans for you. Oh, so you are into girls? What a twist. Looks like you are dead in the water now, Lloyd. You surely are a cutie, Ashley, in this panda hood, but it's still not enough for a girl to win my heart yet. Yet again. The end of her phase was said very quietly, but I heard it. I smiled. Whirly? The fuck does that mean? Like a tornado? Looks like all of us have a skeleton in the closet. Is it gay? Why are they all so... Why? You know what, never mind. But what if the closet is the size of a house? They've got some big fucking skeletons in, don't they? The silly idea came to my mind when I saw this colossal house. Are you talking about her ass? Oh, come on. I felt like something was coming. Oh, come on! This house seemed to be flickering on the crossroads of reality and imagination in the land of a future unseen. Its secrets were hidden in darkness, just like the forest. The weak yellow lights were jumping from one tree to another, running along the path and flickering in the night. I knew that we would soon approach the house, but maybe it's not too late to turn back and forget about all of this shit. Maybe, just maybe, I've had enough of this. So I asked myself, do you wish to save them, Ashley? Did I start the game halfway through or something? I feel like I've missed everything, and I've only just started playing. What do you mean, no? The game would be over. Oh, so I'm playing as Ashley. Interesting. Do I wish to save them? No, do it. Do no. Oh, I hit yes, my bad. Honestly, I don't really like the idea. Maybe we should just go to the amusement park that opened this week. We can go there right now. It's only 8 PM and it is a birthday after all, not a funeral. It's whatever you decide, Grace. But I think we can even take her little brother with us, but we should go... I'ma kill myself. Shut up. But we should go to the highway and call Ella first to make sure that she doesn't drive to an empty house. Great. Who the fuck is Grace? I really miss him. Can he really go? Tears welled up in her eyes. Everyone gazed at Grace as if asking what the hell's going on here. Of course they were asking, they didn't know that her brother had been kidnapped by me to make Grace get us all here. What the fuck? They didn't know that her brother had been kidnapped by me to make Grace get us all here. However, I've changed my mind. I'm sick and tired of being controlled. Being a pawn does not suit me. But I love the idea about the house. Okay, no audio, but Raven, do you mind telling me what this game is about? I have no idea. I'm very worried. Oh god. Let me go stay for a night here. Don't you guys agree? He wants to go to an amusement park. Everyone but Martin rolls their hands. You saved everyone. Well, almost everyone. There's an accident at the park. Grace fell from a great height and crushed to death. Martin was like, "Wait, about the ambulance?" For some reason, he kept shouting, "It must have been me. She's mine, mine." Did he really love her so much that he was ready to die as in her? But is that so? You decide. What? What? How is that the game? That's the game. Oh, I have to go through all of that just to get to fucking know again. Fuck off, I'm not reading all this shit again. Yes, just talk about molesting each other. Fuck off. No, go away. No, go away. No. They weren't worth the chance. I must stick to the plan. The forest, like a hungry beast with trees for teeth, devoured us on a cold, dead night. Their branches looked like crooked hands, and they struggled to rip our faces off. Or maybe we just couldn't realize their true intentions. Maybe the trees were torturing themselves, wickedly twisting their branches to set a warning for us that in the end of the path, which was flickering in the beams of our flashlights, the darkness was waiting. Lloyd looked nervous. He was haunted by the rustles and it made him mad. His hand was clutching a flashlight, was swinging like some kind of pendulum with a glowing demonic eye. After looking at UTY Genocide Route, god damn that. I love that game. Fair enough. Brother, I could be playing Sekiro right now, but I'm fucking... As the flashlight was only uncovering things lurking in the darkness, and that I couldn't immediately burn his phantom enemies alive, it scared him even more. I heard a strange sound and raised my head. Dick Ward. Did I ignore that message, you fuck? Raised my head to see that it was just a crow. The beam of light ran through the black feathers, and the crow merged with the night. I am the only one who actually knows what the darkness is hiding, but I am still scared. My fears are not that simple. It is not what you feel when your reflection refuses to obey. The illusions in the bathroom mirror can't scare the shit out of me. It is just not enough. What really scares me is that the plan could fail. Shout out to Nautilus for being good at coding so you could put the better items in my inventory. So you cheated. You fucking cheated. When you follow the untrodden path, you are always on thin ice. I feel like I am lost in a boundless ocean, searching for a shark to ask if the human flesh is delicious. Do you really want to talk to a shark, Ashley? I wonder whether or not I'm still sane. The weak beam of light was sliding along the path full of faded leaves. Then suddenly, something on the ground caught my eye. Shit, what the heck? It was a dead crow. Maybe the one I had seen earlier, nobody knows. The eyes were sparkling in the beam of light. Shout out to me for always being a Ravens chant to be able to... Yeah, because all you do is fucking talk about tentacle fucking porn. Maybe that's why. Maybe that's fucking why. Thank you for the hearts. It was staring at me like the... It was staring at me and now gave me the creeps. It's just a dead bird. I've seen worse in horror movies. Do you often see dead crows in horror movies? Pretty often, yeah. Why do you ask? We recently watched a movie that in the beginning, the dudes ran into dead crows in the forest just before the massacre began. Right, I'm out then, shake my head. Have fun with your gay hentai game. I mean, there's no need to be like that, is there? You need to have all that attitude. I saw this bird of death only after my life stream was over. You make up half of this chat, and half the time your messages are about. Never mind. Unless Raven or you gives me permission to say it. It reminded me of those days that I was imprisoned in a mental hospital. What the fuck? The walls of my ward were my only friends. Sometimes I really wanted to discuss the weather outside with them. Of course, the staff didn't neglect their everyday duties, and the doctors regularly visited me only to ask one question: "How are you doing today?" Actually, a tape recorder in repeat mode asking, "How are you? How are you?" would it be? I heard artillery right now. Sup, Reaper? Glad you're alive. I don't know what kind of game I'm playing, but it's going great. Just like the tape, the therapist wouldn't even change the words or say anything less. Perhaps he already knew how I was, or he didn't care. Anyhow, every time he asked me, my answer was the same: silence. I only showed the same article torn from the newspaper about my family burnt alive in a car accident. That crow reminded me of the very first ink blot in the Rorschach test, so the train of memory suddenly started to chase me along the rusty rails imaginarily built under my feet. Yesterday we hit a stealth squad. Nice, good job. I knew the exact spot where the rust corroded them and the train got off the track. People in it started screaming in panic and hitting their heads against the walls. Insanity. They infiltrate at midnight. Why are you talking as if like you're the commander of war? You know what I mean? That's why I chose to focus on our way. I was afraid to lose the path because it was like a thin tightrope that was saving me from falling into the void where evil spirits were crying my name. You need to calm down, to pull yourself together, Ashley. You have to be ready when the game begins. Seems like I buried my head into the sand too deeply, but fortunately a rough male voice dug me out. Stop fooling around. I've already got goosebumps and we're not even at the house yet. What are you afraid of, Powerhouse? I'm pretty sure you're the fastest among us all, and even if we run into a serial killer in the freaking house, you will be able to run away. Right, the killer would carve my enormous body as I've put on multiple kilos this week. I like how a rocket that was 500 kg is $40. It's 4 meters. Christ. Fair enough. I won't even glance at the cake. What the fuck? How is this like? How is that? Everyone laughed, and Martin started to comfort his girlfriend by telling her that she had a nice figure. I grinned. She was a really slim girl and just wanted to be in the spotlight, as always. But today, nothing will save her. I'm looking forward. Unexpectedly, I found myself ahead of everyone. I didn't even remember how I left them behind. It was as usual as summer rain and as sudden as snow in the beginning of July. So, quite peculiar then? It depends where you're from then. I had to be first. I need to see it first. The mysterious forces were guiding me to that place. Well, a very interesting turn of events just happened. Yeah, no, Star pissed off, Reaper's being shot at. I was just a fish caught on the hook of curiosity pulling me to the fisherman. Every new location had its own atmosphere. When I was wandering along the halls of the inoperative factory, I felt like I was trapped in a black hole of sorrow. The wet windows of the abandoned hospital were crying with raindrops of various shapes constantly changed and drew enormous pictures as if invented by inflamed imagination. Eventually I saw it. I guess it was a fateful moment, so I wanted to have a proper look at it. Also, give me time. You want to play Requiem if you want to. I will. At first I saw contours behind the dense pine needles. It was like a shadow, but then some significant parts of the building started to make out. We were quite far away from it, but I noticed in the moment the lights of the roof, the first floor turned on, and one more time, just like a lighthouse. It's a Lebanese thing. You won't understand it if you're not Lebanese. That's a very good point. Is it the house or my imagination? If I saw or heard something odd, I would think that I was crazy, and it would be more casual than any other things going on in my life. I can't decide yet whether the house is a friend or an enemy. Of course, its purpose is clear to me, as it always was, regardless of location or building. But despite its purpose, maybe this house decides for itself. I can't explain why, but somehow it is alive. All the places were. Can I maybe have temporary ownership of the server? No. They became alive for me because things just couldn't be so simple when someone like me is involved. Anyway, if I stick to the plan, this house will play nice. Or not. Wait, why is my house in the game? They don't need to get... Hey, you didn't get to make an opinion on me for taking up half the job, bro. It may be as treacherous as the devil hiding the delicious candies inside the hungry jaws of doom. All of this is just like metaphors and similes. It'd be really good for fucking like an essay. The house gazed at me with its lightless windows. Like, that's is it metaphor? Oh god, I've done school in ages. The house gazed at me with its lightless windows. That is such a fucking fire line. Oh god, they were dark, like the eyes of the blind, but I knew that it watched me very carefully. Like it's blind, but they can, yeah, it's still looking at you, still watching your movements. That's mental. Oxymoron, thank you. Out of the blue, a hoarse voice broke down the strange connection between us. Now I knew that I wasn't the only one looking at the house, which meant that it saw us all. She's... So, actually saying that the house is alive, my plan is to take all the friends to the house. For whatever reason. Wow, the thing is huge. Not bad, Grace. How did you find it? Don't fool yourself. You might think it was hard to discover such a place, but the house stands right in the glade. Ooh, I bet some naughty local children run around the house pretending to be ghost hunters or something. Cut the crap, will you? What's wrong? Everybody knows ghost stories of our children. Am I right, guys? No one said a word. We continued approaching a house in dead silence. Du bist, German mean word. Up ahead. Dick. So, du bist is dick. That's what you're telling me. No kiss means fuck. I was so deep in my thoughts that I jumped when I suddenly heard the metal clip hit the wooden planks. And then I found myself standing in the front of the entry door. Freedom, finally. She dropped off her backpack and stretched herself out on the porch. Tired already? Maybe we should go inside first. Looks like the door is locked and I don't think ghosts are dying to meet us. Go to hell, moron, and meet the damn ghost yourself. You are really a pain in my ass. You're so sweet, guys. Let me handle this stupid door. Hold on, big boy. Well, you're not going to say anything? When I say kiss in English, it sounds like fuck in Arabic. Oh, right. I was like, what the fuck are you talking about? Now what? What's up, Ashley? I'm working on it. While these idiots were searching for a way in, I was picking the lock with my own skeleton key. I'm not sure how many doors it's already conquered. It was the same as picking tiger's teeth to see how its digestive works. Ashley's a fucking psycho! Something moved. I couldn't say for sure, but it felt like the mouth of the door took a tight grip on the skeleton key with its metal tongue and devoured it. That's an innuendo for sex. Seriously? I got mad and kicked the damn door. What the hell? The door was opening so slowly with a squeaky, odor-like crap sound. However, it resembled the screams of the tortured souls. I just couldn't bear it. Nice job. I leave. Bye. Oh. Okay. Bye-bye. I approached the door, but I didn't open it. It opened itself. What's going on here? It was very dusty inside the house. Looks like the ghosts aren't very hospitable. Everyone laughed except Floyd. He gave Kate a significant look. I think everyone knows that you don't believe in such shit. Can you please stop? What's wrong? Darkness is so scary, am I right, big boy? Come on, I'm just teasing you. It's fun. But it's not like that. So you tell me, you can hide beneath the shadow curtains? If it's not a ghost or phantom, then what is it? It isn't my fear, it's a freaking mental disorder. It's called, the name is nyctophobia. Nyctophobia. Make sure that your flashlight is not dead or you'll be in trouble. Don't even count on mine. Everyone laughed again. There's no need in flashlights anymore. The glowing... Is this different than when you first played? Yes. When I first played, I said I'd save everyone. And now I'm saying that I'm not going to save everyone. So... The glowing eye in the full moon illuminated the house pretty well, but when we were outside it surely was dark. It was very strange. Those freaking tricks again. Though it looks like it wasn't a big deal for anyone except me. Even though candles peeked out from literally every corner of the room. I think everyone thought it was Grace's joke or something. This place aroused my curiosity and I wanted to explore it a little bit. There were a few pictures hanging on the walls. To be exact, some of them had fallen off and were lying on the floor like dead rats, with twisted paper tails. I saw no mirrors in the room, thank God, but it was only the first floor. Still, I'm glad. Houses are like narrators of people's life, made to tell the stories of their owners, and this one was choking on dust and death. This armchair looked really convincing. It's such a shame even whenever I play Rec Room. Actually, I don't mind. Motherfucker, I said I might. I said I maybe. You only pushed me for it. It was old and fractured, but I still knew that its appearance was a lie. Even the carpet was old and shabby for every second of its existence. I was aware of those tricks, and I knew I had a little time. I took the cell phone out of my pocket and looked at the display. I saw that the connection was lost and that it was already 8 p.m. The clock was ticking. Ella should turn up soon. I hoped she would find the house. At least I drew her a map. While exploring the room with a fireplace, I found boxes full of candles. I smiled warily. We would need them later. And of course, there was the book. It was the most important item. I just don't know how to do it without some extraordinary stuff. Of course, I was no amateur in that kind of cuisine. You could all call me the chef of the kitchen, I guess, so I knew it from A to Z. I looked at the others. They were all wearing the same smiley faces, except Lloyd. I've been waiting for a month, and I'm almost at the acquaintance zone. This game makes no sense. The poor idiotic creature. He wanted to blow Grace's skirt up, literally. Sadly for him, it's not going to happen. Ever. The girls have already prepared their sleeping bags and spread some blankets on the floor. The scary house was slowly turning in some kind of warm, lonely nest. But I rushed to conclusions. Raven would rather look at a tree grow. Oh my God, Reaper. Fucking die. Holy Christ. The strings of fear caught us in its web when we saw a straw doll on the sofa. Her button eyes pierced us through, as if staring into our souls. Somewhere behind the skin there was a half full of screams which couldn't reach our mouths. The apple of the eye was black like a rotten dead fruit, and the flickering hellfire of candles made the scene more satanic. Loyal nearly shit bricks when he saw this evil thing. The guy made a very strange screaming like sound. Oh, he nearly got me. Kate just couldn't miss the joke. She took her cell phone out of the pocket and her fingers started to dance on the phone keypad. Suddenly she began to make up dialogue, pretending there was someone on the other end of the line. Hello, this is the mother of the wicked straw doll who I tend to know. Good. Tell your child to stay out of the light because she is too scary for our little Lloyd. Your girl scared him to death, you know. Go to hell, guys. Enough of this canny shit for one evening. Lloyd rushed to the sofa and grabbed the straw doll. Give me a hand, man. Light it up, Marty. Marty gave his lighter to Lloyd and this idiot threw the doll into the fireplace with her hair set on fire. But the flame died immediately. The damn witch, why won't you just perish? You're a really idiot. It's a doll. It's not paper shit. You need to light the fireplace first. We can use books or newspapers. Everyone glanced at me in surprise. I'm so glad that Faithful Foxy keeps everything confidential, unlike Raven. Fuck did I do? Well, there are always some books in the house. It's an ordinary thing. We could search for them. Phew, I almost got caught. Of course, I knew that the books were here. I know everything about this place. There was a playroom on the second floor, kitchen on the ground floor, and 2 bathrooms. I was connected to this house, and I could almost hear the squeaking mice gnawing its beating heart behind the walls. But it was only a strange delusion living in my mind. These morons looked in every corner of the house but found nothing, so it was my turn. Here they are. Jeez, these are heavy. Lloyd approached me and took the books. Congratulations, Miss Ashley. I'm appointing you the master of the doll Inquisition now. Thanks a lot. I faked a clumsy smile that almost turned into disgust. I bid. What am I bidding? It's time to say... I don't want to say that. It's time to punish this sinner. Maybe you can deal with this on your own. Don't be a pussy. It's a joke. You are the justice. Make the evildoer pay. He lent me a lighter. If not for the rules, I would beat him hard. What the fuck? In the past, you've talked about Stars Body Wonder meaning. Then you've talked about my anxiety. I mean, okay, Stars Body was ages ago, and after the stream, she discussed that she wasn't comfortable with it, and I haven't done it since. And then your whole thing, you said that you weren't comfortable with me talking about it, and I haven't done it since. I can't know beforehand. If you tell me after, I would do my best not to do it. But if you keep going on about what, you just keep messing everything up and all that, I don't know what else to tell you. I set fire to one of the pages and threw the book on the pile of the other books. We turned it to ashes in seconds, but the doll was still in flames. I was watching her face turning black in the bright scarlet flame. Tongues of fire played with the stitches in the doll's face, and for a moment I saw her wicked smile. Her agonized screams in my hand. There was something. A phone. Is the screen turning, or is that just me? Say it. I'm not saying it. Everything I've discussed with Faithful Foxy is confidential, except for the fact that I'm talking with her. Yes, but Faithful Foxy, to my knowledge, isn't streaming. You're talking to her in private chats. If you message me privately, I wouldn't say it out loud on stream. No, I'm not gonna say it, Reaper. Fuck off. On the other end of the line, tires rubbing against the ground, grinding of metal bones, cracking front window, smashing to pieces. I feel shards of glass stuck on my neck. They pierce my chest and my heart. Maybe the explosion torn their limbs off. Maybe it was the meteor falling from the sky, or they were buried alive by some psycho. It doesn't matter. They are dead. I can't stand it anymore. I've relived this nightmare over 1,000,000 times. I relived the day when it was all gone, without knowing if I touched the tooth which I was always carrying in my pocket. It was some kind of ritual, but not as useless as most of them. It was more than effective. For a moment, sorrow in my eyes changed to coldness. My fingers released the tooth and I looked at Lloyd. Satisfied? Yeah, but you're the sinner like everyone else. That's why you should be punished. I'll turn you on the minute I turn off the lights in the bedroom, sweetie. What the fuck? His lightning kiss. Oh, Lloyd, what the fuck? I almost died of disgust. His tongue touched my cheek like a maggot lurking in the corpse. His lips were as cold as dead man's. I guess I'll pass. I'd rather confess my sins. I smiled wearily and wiped his icy touch from my skin with my sleeve. Actually, there's one thing you're right about. Everyone sins. Low numbers 3, Hollow Knight. Oh, Hollow Knight, yeah. Deltarune, Bendy the Cage. Ooh, Bendy. Bendy would be good. Deltarune. I can't play Deltarune on PS5. Unpacking his things. His present, giving time. The girl opened her backpack and took out a book with a colourful ribbon on. Take it, beautiful. It's for you. Thanks, cutie. I've always wanted to read the biography of Scott Malcolm, one of the greatest guitarists. Oh, fucking course you did. Lloyd was next. I thought that if you liked the last album, you must check out these. Grace took the CDs and hugged Lloyd. She slapped his butt hard. The keys in the house as Scarlet Lane's 65 tinkled like a ringing bell. So you get, big boy. What the fuck? I gave her earrings. They were pretty cheap. I bought them on sale. Thanks. Marlon left the house. Through the window I saw him smoking. He didn't even try to take his pack of smokes out of his pocket on the way here. Maybe if he smoked near Kate, she would order him to swallow the cigarettes one by one lit up. When Martin came back, he took a bracelet from his bag and whispered something. I bought it because it was beautiful and cheap, of course. But it was the Japanese hieroglyphics, which means happiness and money, so maybe it'll work fine for you. Cool, nice thingy. All of a sudden, Martin put the bracelet on Grace. It cuffed her wrist with a loud click. Now it's time to eat cake, but Ella was still on her way, so everyone felt they felt depressed because Ella wasn't there. Was Ella literally the only purpose they're there? They're all the games and they have not been released. No, but Hollow Knight, like the base game, and Bendy, the base game, would be alright. Someone suggested playing cards and everyone agreed. In fact, I didn't know who it was because my mind was still focused on other kinds of issues. This game reminds me that not all games are. Never mind. Alright, good conversation. I had more important things to do. I approached the book that was lying on the mantelpiece and I took it. No one noticed the book, except me. It was out of human sight. Even I did not see it. I only felt it at first. When I opened the book, I looked at the strange symbols that didn't make any sense until I touched the tooth in my pocket. I understood. I understood everything. While consuming the symbols, I almost tore some of the pages off. Finally, thousands of letters and words formed the phrase, I am Morris Afera. Well done, Ashley. This phrase was like a good old friend to me. I am the one who fuck nukes. Hollow Knight Silksong is the next game in the Hollow Knight series. Interesting. Silksong. I lost count to how many times this phrase came up in my mind, but I still couldn't remember its true self. The fool of inconceivable power. If I just spoke the mysterious words without the book, nothing at all would happen. I am Morfera. I took my phone out of the pocket and I looked at the display. It was 2 hours? The time passed quickly and the game was about to begin. Would it be a fair one? A fair one, Mr. Grudge. Wait, that's not the song. Bendy the Cage is the next game in the Bendy series. Yeah, Bendy seems like a decent game I could try actually. This question has always tortured me. I can't say if I'm doing the right thing or not. I always doubt. Some part of me knows the answer, but I don't know which part it is. Not all games are good for streaming. Yeah, I have realised that. Like, Minecraft is a bit of a hit or a miss, in my opinion. I don't think Rocket League would be good for streaming unless other people play. It's the same with Fortnite. I don't enjoy Fortnite enough as much as I enjoy Sekiro. So, like, playing it, like, solos and that, just trying to talk or be good at the game, it's not going to do it. Not going to go well. So I was reading the book, the others continued to play cards. Both Lloyd and Martin called me to join them a couple of times, but I always refused. They didn't ask why. I think they were just playing their own game with me. He bends my dick sporting goods. What? Okay, I finished reading the book, so it's time to make my turn. I need to come up with something fast to hurry things up. I can't just leave this to Grace. Even the fact that I'm allegedly holding her brother hostage doesn't mean I can fully trust her. And suddenly luck smiled at me. I saw Lloyd cheating at cards. The trick was simple. He filled his hand with trumps. I just needed to prove it, so I just waited for the right moment. I can see things. I bet you have a trump, ace, and jack. Stop being ridiculous. I don't believe you're a psychic or something. The rumors at school, they are all bullshit. I came right to him and looked at his eyes. I was looking at him with a sadistic smile like he was a bug that I was going to squash. Show us your cards. Lloyd looked pathetic. His pompous jock was trembling all over. Actually, it was pretty funny. Or it wasn't? Suddenly, I realized that my decision and action started confusing me more and more. In the beginning, I was completely sure that I was absolutely right. It was like I'm using a manual that was telling me how to win lotteries with 100% chance. But screw this shit. For me, it was as usual as breakfast in the morning. Of course, I want to return to the factory and repeat the whole thing one more time, but not as much as I wanted it a month ago. When I was fucking Christ, I can't. Yeah, it's my house kidnapped. Oh, you bastard. You bitch. After completing the genocide route in Undertale Yellow, I'm going to be disappointed if Toby Fox don't put me into the canon. You're gonna have your own, like, boss fight, dude. I'm telling you. And just show them. Martin hit Lloyd's hand and the trumps fell on the floor. You asshole. Give me my $20 back. It wasn't me. She set the whole thing up. Are you kidding me? I was miles away from you. You couldn't know. You just looked at my cards. You knew that I had these trumps. I wasn't cheating. Prove that you're a psychic. Looks like Lloyd was going mad. Obviously I pretended that his words hurt me. Shit, I was so hard not to gloat. He was going straight to my trap, you fool. He's talking. Good shit. Fucking genius. Oh, I'm gay. Good one. My feelings turned into some strange mix and it was difficult for me to understand what I actually felt. Maybe I froze for a moment. That's why Lloyd yelled one more time. If I continue to lose the connection to reality like this, I'll definitely think that I'm crazy. Come on, Ashley, keep it together. Put it into the canon. I apologize, but how do you misread something like that? Because I'm reading all the fucking time. I've got your fucking messages on Reaper calling me gay. I'm not trying to read this. Sorry that I'm not paying the most absolute attention. I touched the tooth like it was giving me some strength and smiled wickedly. To prove it, it's not as easy as you think. Yeah, you're right. I could get a peek at your cards, but I didn't. What number from 1 to 1,000 am I thinking of? Geez, it seems like this guy really believed in my abilities, which, by the way, leave me to be desired, for now at least. That's not interesting at all. It must be something more difficult. What color is Katie Hate's underwear? Everyone ignored this question. Oh fuck, summon the spirits. I heard a lot of psychics can talk to them. Yeah, that would be cool. Geez, you're like Ella, but I agree, that'd be great. I guess that's not a very good idea. I'll prepare everything. It was really difficult not to laugh. They were so ridiculously naive. It was so funny to see them like this, but there was something more. The mystery of the whole thing, it inspired me in some way. Playing with fire always intrigued me. I knew something inexplicable, exciting, and terrifying at the same time was about to happen. Flowers in Undertale Yellow? It's pretty cool. Knowing this raised my spirits even more so that it wasn't my fault. They themselves asked me to do it. Nobody forced them. It would probably be better to do everything wrong, to end this madness once for all, but not today. This fool inspired me, made me sink into a slough full of rotten memories. Ooh, what the fuck, ew! I felt like I'd fallen into worse human maggots. They were crawling to my ears, and I heard them twitching inside. I heard their whisperings of death. Perhaps Lloyd will be first. This moment of uncertainty always turned my curiosity into a hungry beast, waiting for the meat into its bloody bowl given to it by the hand of fate. I dusted off the old handkerchief that was lying on the floor and began placing candles on it very carefully, like a caring mother who was taking her precious children from kindergarten. 13 little children, short and tall, plump and thin, but all hungry. They were sleeping in my handmade cradle, which I swung as I carried into the ritual room. I called this room by that name at the moment we entered the house. It was kind of sad that I couldn't examine it properly because of the pile of memories and thoughts that followed me into the main door. It was pretty dusty in there. It is obvious that a house like this had seen its best days and is now too old, abandoned and forgotten. In some corners of the hall I could see the spiderwebs. Gross. This bitch is talking about fucking what, like killing her friends, and she doesn't like spiderwebs. I really wanted my working place to be just a bit cleaner. Before I started preparations, I knocked on the wall and the broom fell into my hands. What? Suddenly I felt very angry. What the heck? It should have been a lot easier for her to do this. Undertale Yellow has many cool references to Undertale. It's amazing. I guess that's what happens when you work on a game for more than 7 years. Also known as Thank You for the Hearts. I was right after Undertale was released. Yeah, pretty much. I threw the broom at the wall, but it vanished before it reached the obstacle. The floor became much cleaner. That's how it's done. I took out a piece of chalk. This is my main tool for tonight. Of course, I didn't like crawling on the floor, but it was usually done this way. I liked using the wall in the asylum much more than the traditional way. I tried some new things back there, but unfortunately everything ended badly. At least I stayed alive, in fact. I didn't use the chalk too much. There was no tangled symbols. It was just a huge circle in the center room, and of course, this star. Oh my god, reference. It just wouldn't work without it. I didn't think I had any real power. I mean, you could see it almost everywhere on the new album of a rock band, for example, but it looks like it's worth something. I'm so bad at Dark Souls 3. Do you want help, dude? I can try and talk you through something. I can't remember exactly where you were. I think you killed Pontiff, or maybe Aldrich, I'm not sure. The candles were next, which is my favourite part. Last time for me, the drawing was on the wall. It was fascinating to put matches into the cracks, but I think it really mattered, and eventually everything was almost ruined. So I'd rather use candles this time. But first, I had to draw circles in the centre of each star between thick. I finished it at 52 hours. Oh, fucking happy days. 52 hours? I think it's average. Carefully, smoothly, and I need to take a drink. Christ, I know I'm drinking coffee. It's just going to dehydrate me, but finally, the picture was done. I put every candle on its exact spot as if arranging our cheese spaces on. Oh god, I can't speak! Fuck! Pawns went first, as I called them. They embodied every person in the house, and the only piece that could become the queen. No, I already was the queen, but I had to fake my unimportance as to not cause any suspicion. The fattest candle was meant for Kate, because she's fat as fuck. Mine was slim and beautiful, of course, because I'm a fucking goddess. Then, they were put into the centre of the star. What else do I have to do in Journey 1? I have the Nameless King. Oh, you have to do... Oh my god, you got the Nameless King. Oh my god, that's going to be such a good fight. Oh god, that's such a good fight. have you beaten Champion Gundyr? And have you beaten the Demon King? Or the old Demon King? Since I didn't know whether they were bishops, rooks, or knights, I couldn't think of the right position for them. So I just put them in pieces in front of the ones that were already there and star. Every candle meant for the main player was placed carefully, so the candles embodying the people in the house were their reflections, though somehow twisted as if I just couldn't find one as fat and ugly as Kate's candle. Yes, Raven, everyone else I checked. Alright, my fucking bad. Well, it can't be everyone else because you technically got two bosses. Wait, are you outside? Where are you? Are you outside Nameless King's like boss area, or have you made it to his actual like place, Archdragon Peak? Everything was done, but there's still one candle left. I knew it was significant, but I had no idea who it was meant for. Ella. When I was in the Ceylon, I put a significant chess piece near the wrong pawn, and we got into big trouble. I looked at Lloyd's candle. I hope my intuition is correct. That asshole, most likely it's him. Suddenly the candles lit up in the room. What the hell is going on here? No, just my imagination. It was the headlights. Well, I come into the room and whistled. Well, you're totally out of your mind. You think you're drawing on a freaking pentagram? That's always the cover of the horror movies that couldn't do the trick. You're at Archdragon's Peak. I've tried fighting him. Oh. The best advice I could give you is don't use lock-on for the first stage when he's on the dragon, because you're just going to be in more pain. But another bit of advice is you're not going to out-damage him, because like a common tactic is to use a shield or to take a hit and give a hit, because in most scenarios you can out-damage them. Before you die, they'll die, but you can't do that with him. Martin entered the room next. Kate followed him. Yeah, nice rune. A scary skull is the only thing that's missing. Oh, that's so cool. I'm flattered. The door half opened and Ella entered the house. Before she joined us, she was walking around the room where we had thrown about our backpacks. Will anybody help me bring my things from the car? Ella peeked in the room, saw a huge chalk drawing, and got excited. Wow! Ella came closer to my creation with caution, as if she was scared what the floor would break under her hard steps, even though she was as light as a feather. Is that what I think it is? It's so nice that Faithful Foxy has infinite patience. Obviously I won't test it. Fair enough. We're going to speak with the dead. Are you in? Of course, I always want to try this. It's just incredible. Look, I'm just right on time. Is everything ready? Yeah, actually, if everyone's ready, we can start right now. Maybe we should eat first. Hanging out with the dead is scary as shit, and moreover, I'm hungry. Oh, so you believe in ghosts? I don't. I just suggested eating the tasty cake that Ella brought us. Well, he's probably right. I don't want to eat it. Watching his corpse rot on the floor. This game is mental. When Martin and Lloyd brought a large cake into the house, each of us took a piece. Of course, the biggest one went to Lloyd, and I got the smallest. He was consuming it like it was his last meal. I knew he was nervous. So nervous, it was hard not to grin. Grace tripped over someone's bag, and her piece of cake almost plopped down to the floor. I guess if it had happened, I wouldn't have looked like a human brain, juicy with blood. Oh, it would have looked like. Right, okay. Oh, she's a cannibal? Okay, now that I've seen you play this game, DDLC doesn't seem so bad. Star recommendation. 10 out of 10. Yeah, I'll definitely get around to it. Give me a quick second. Just need to reply to a woman. Yeah, DDLC seems really good. But you look really pale. Is everything okay? Yeah, I just feel dizzy, that's all. Okay then. Martin smiled nicely. Oh no! Like his girlfriend didn't like that at all. Oh, that's horrific. What screwed that badly? No, sweetie, it's not what you're thinking. Yeah, this butt is mine, right, baby? Oh, fucking... Why is everyone such a pervert? Grace painted Lloyd's face with the cake and went into the ritual room. This makes it hard not to chuckle. Finally, everyone took their places. Grace sat closer to Martin with Kate on the other side of him. Lloyd sat near me. Even knowing what film was coming next, his gaze made me feel sick, as though his eyes were taking my clothes off. Gosh, he is a pervert. I'm so good at scheduling things, but I'm unable to be approved to schedule something by someone. Oh, God, I'd hate that. I hate to be that guy. I wonder... I wonder is there any limit to his blasphemy. Pierce a finger with something sharp and drip the blood on the candle. My words sounded ominous and terrifying. Are you kidding me? That's bullshit. Is it really necessary? I clenched my hand into a fist. It is! Okay, if nothing happens, you will spit blood for a week. Kate chuckled. Oh, okay. I pretended to be scared, but not sure if he bought it. However, he smiled at me unconfidently. Suddenly, I really wanted to shout out, "You will die, fools, and you, and all of you." But I stopped myself, otherwise they'll understand that I'm involved in this, and it'll become 1,000 times harder to do. What the fuck is going? Muttering some curses, Lloyd, however, pierced his finger with a needle and touched the candle. Martin was next. He touched the candle too, and the scarlet blood drop went down. Ella was nervous and excited. I feared that the girl could have had a heart attack because of this. Ella pierced her finger so hard that the blood spilled in different directions. But not all the candles devoured all the souls in the mortals to continue commanding the army of the doomed. Martin, just like my actual assistant, was giving the lighter to others one by one to light the candles. Why aren't all the candles lit up? I shushed at her. The last thing I wanted is her comments at such a critical moment. Close your eyes. But I could see that Lloyd's eyes were half opened, so the dead can't take them away. Lloyd immediately closed both of his eyes. The only thing we heard was the whisper of the candle flame. I am Mors Afera. The wind howled outside. I am Mors Afera. Suddenly all the lit candles went out. Shivering flame was devoured by darkness. The ones that were sleeping woke up and showed extended their fire tongues. The same thing happened as the candles were at the center. Then the mysterious voice flipped and disappeared. Wow, so cool. Was that the dead? And what else could it be? Nothing happened. It's just a trick with a voice. And you made the candles light up and then blew them out. I saw everything. I knew that you couldn't see that. You're such a liar. Don't come any closer to me. Okay, let's calm down, guys. Lloyd, you wanted to rush me now. Oh, who wanted to rush me now stopped. Seems like he was a little afraid of Martin. Did this guy just step in between? Have I misjudged him? I heard the voice too. I'm not sure if that wasn't Ashley. It was the sound of a tape recorder. I heard something. There was some noise. He is right, Ashley. I looked down at the floor and gave him the cell phone to Martin. That's right. He pressed play button. The recording Afera, and then some noise just like he had said, her real voice. Nice performance, you almost managed to make me believe in your bullshit. The trick with the candles was cool, though, but I remember the harsh flash of the flames. You didn't light the candles one by one, you lit them all by once. Are you kidding? But you figured it all out. Yeah, we'll talk about it later, and I need a smoke. He came to his bag, took a buck of smokes, and went out. Through the window I saw him staying near the car. He was blowing cigarette smoke to the night sky. We haven't finished yet. Lloyd went out of the room and I heard the chewing-like sound. This guy began greedily consuming what's left of the cake. I sneaked up behind him quickly and sat on the old chair to make a terrifying creak. Lloyd was choking on the cake and a piece dropped from his hands. He looked around. He was scared to death until he saw me. His fear immediately turned into wrath. I'm going to freaking kill you. I guessed that. For him, I was a player from the opposite rugby team and he wanted to take the ball away from my hands. So he jumped to the chair I was sitting on. Fortunately, I quickly dodged the attack. The literally ancient chair somehow stood against his massive body and didn't break. Lloyd then fell onto the floor. Martin returned to the house with a cigarette still in his mouth. It looks like something urgent. He was searching for something with his eyes. He definitely did. Oh god, I hate this game. However, he looked pretty calm like always. Martin took the cigarette out of his fingers, threw it on the ground, he stomped his gun. With cries of joy, Ella ran up the stairs. Lloyd, interesting. Oh shit. Everyone rushed after the girl with the ponytails. The shadows slid along the massive window touching Ella's car in the yard. The headlights were still on. The girl didn't even bother to turn them off. Seems like the mystery story excited her so much that she forgot about the simple things. The car was staring in front, and it didn't care about what going to happen to the walls of the house. I also noticed that the first floor windows were high enough to break the neck and a couple of ribs. You fell out. We went even higher, up the stairs to the second floor. Oh shit! There's something on the wall. A message for us. Bloody letter saying "Let's play." Oh, maybe the ghost who saw you through the window did that, Martin. Are you kidding me? Ghosts don't have physical form. They can't write on the walls with the blood. There's some Hollywood bullshit. I think so too. Must be stupid kids. But oh, it's a spelling error. But when we were here searching for something to light the fireplace, the message wasn't there. That means the pranksters are still here. Of course, I knew it was just a trick. Comparing with what was going to happen after all. or after it. The bloody line, like the silent guide, led us to the room without any doors. The funny wallpaper told me it was a child's room. We entered the nursery. I'm not sure I remember this room, because you didn't come to this floor, but both Lloyd and I did. Thank God, this shit gives me the creeps. He pointed to the unusual toy mouse with slender long legs. Toy mouse with slender long... Oh God. The thing was sitting on the chair looking through the window with its shiny eye beads. This room looks like someone lives here. It's just sick. So cool. I thought so too, but it's bullshit. But this is so intriguing. Oh, I have an idea. Wait a sec. She rushed down the stairs. There was a couple of silence for a moment. Then we heard the approaching sound of stomping footsteps. Let's try this, shall we? Ella gave me the infamous Ouija board. She prepared for quite well. It seemed like I shouldn't have been worried about the ritual after all. She made me do it under the gun anyway. You live only once, right? Are you out of your mind? I don't believe in ghosts, but I'm interested. I guess now or only for this precious moment. When we sat down, when does this fucking end, dude? I know it's only been like an hour, but this is so... Oh, God, obviously I'm afraid of ghosts because it could put in the mood, in the room, toys, but still, the room must be abandoned. Hey, you hear me? Abandoned, goddammit. There was a little bed and a teddy bear on it near the wall. A dollhouse was standing on the floor with a small zoo near it, faded pillows nearby. By the opposite wall, there was a little nightstand with a child's makeup on the mirror above. I hate mirrors, and if you take a cozy sit on the chair at the table for the tea party, you'll be able to see the forest landscape. Let's begin. Oh Christ, how the fuck? I touched the planchette and started moving it around the board. Everyone grabbed it too, and suddenly I felt like we were going to touch someone's gravestone right now. What's your name? Our hands moved slowly. We heard a quiet, eerie sound. Mary. How did you die? Aaron gave a judgmental look, but the planchette started moving. Daddy. 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 Was it his fault? I don't like this. What am I thinking about? Sex! Oh, Lloyd. Fucking die, man. Shit, that's not funny, asshole. I almost shit bricks. Lloyd burst out laughing. Did you really think there was someone? That was me who wrote the message on the wall with the blood paint. I bought it in a joke shop, just like a lamp with the silhouette that you saw in the window. I think it was called a magic lantern. I thought it would be two separate tricks, but I got a really great combo. What a trickster, but how did you manage to fool us if you're all here at the same time? I took the lamp and went down after Martin. I knew he would want to smoke, so he would see the light in the window. Well, you planned it really well. Cool show. I'm sure you're sick of getting annoyed with all these fearful ghost stories. Lloyd nodded. Ghosts do not exist, and if you meet one, tell him I said, hello. He took the board from Ella's room and threw it in their chest. One by one, the blocks ominously slowly rolled out the darkness of the chest. They turned and spanned their sharp and blinking to form a word. Oh my God, it said hello. Fear approached everyone's faces. Lloyd couldn't say a word. His fool was scared to death. What's happening? Why have you wasted such a good trick? You should have done this hello thingy first and then confess. Oh my God, that wasn't me. His eyes showed genuine fear. Everyone believed him. Floyd, of course, is stupid, but he's not a complete fool. He wouldn't try another trick after he cracked. His harmless greeting turned into something that made his blood run cold. Everyone was staring at these letters as if they were eyes of a killer that has a gun to their heads. Now their veins weren't filled with blood, but with freezing ice. The sharp and cold knife truth was about to cut their world into pieces, and they would step into the new reality of dark madness. No one wanted to believe in it, but there was no doubt about it. No one wanted to see it, but they couldn't look away. The cold wind touched their skin, squeezing their organs and making the cry burst from their throats. The cube started twitching. Suddenly they rose into the air and floated like someone hanged them by strings. What the fuck? A girl appeared before us. She was no more than 6 years old. Her light dress was like a leaf in the wind. The fear ripped from the souls of our bodies. The girl was staring at us. No, she was staring at Kate. The fat whore. She was on edge. She couldn't even scream. The fear locked her scream inside as a silent guard and didn't let it out. Her face was a mess. It seemed like if she could shout, all of her organs would be spitted out. The girl touched her lips with her fingers and smiled, but then her dress began burning and she screamed. Her little hands were peeling the skin off her face. Oh God! A small piece of the human leathering was lighting up. Hello. The carpet was buried under the flesh and the girl disappeared. Somehow we got back to our world. Even I was scared. but not because I'm afraid of ghosts. The scene reminded me of the car accident long ago and appeared to me that she was just mocking me. Everyone but Kate rushed down the stairs. She was standing with her eyes closed and repeating something as if it was a spell. No, how could it be? You're dead. Dead. What are you talking about? Run. Martin grabbed her hand together. They ran down the stairs. We need to get out of here. Grace and the rest of us started packing up in a haste. They only took some things that were close. We must get to the car. Well, I've warned you about there could be consequences. Freaking consequences? You're crazy, bitch. You almost killed us all in that room. Be careful. The girl appeared behind Lloyd and she was wearing the same dress as before she was burned alive. I'm pretty sure this girl died during the fire. I mean, Kate couldn't kill her with a flamethrower, right? Kate came to her senses. It looks like she was it looks like she realized how terrifying the situation was about to run the fastest she could. She rushed out the door clutching her fashionable purse. I thought she had everything under control, but what if Kate runs away? I can't let that happen. Do I trust her? No. I grabbed Kate's hand. You aren't going anywhere. Let me go, you freak. She immediately took... Oh! I yelled in pain and clung to my sleeves to tear it off. I tried to take the scissors out, but this bitch stabbed through my hand and the other eye was damaged and screamed in pain. My eyes can't be restored if I have. Well, I have. The first soul had left the house and I heard the sound of someone starting an engine. Help! Help me! Go to hell, you freak! They're gone, but she will help me, won't she? I just need to draw the defense symbols. I started to crawl around the floor searching for a piece of chalk. Blood was dripping down my empty sockets. The eyes were like bloody waterfalls. God, how painful. Where is it? Damn. There you are. It was a childish voice. I took the chalk and tried to scratch it on the floor with it. It was no use. I couldn't see what my hand was doing. It was not chalk. The thing I clutched with my fingers. I touched the girl's nail and heard the laugh. The devil was laughing. She was laughing. But you can't. No. She come to me, Ashley. A child's arms hugged me. I didn't get their souls, but at least you will be mine. You have lost your eyes, your allies, your mind, and even your soul. You won't go to heaven, you are not welcome there, and hell doesn't need you either because your soul is missing. But don't worry, you still exist somewhere, in the very darkness of silence and the brightest world of pain, in her. I just lost all my progress. I just lost it. Oh, that was like half an hour worth of shit. I don't know how I feel about this game. I really don't. I don't think I'm going to run through it again right now. I don't know how I feel about this. It is fucking weird. But there you go. That's not done. You know, I'm just going to end this. I don't want to play it anymore. I feel gross. I feel so weird.